Feel free to ask in between also. Though we are recording, I think it's okay. So I would like to go through this one more time. Um, this is not real time. This is like yesterday end of day, as I said. But so this is once in a day snapshot, end of day snapshot. This is my depiction of. So let me show you without drawing, and maybe I should go even monthly first. This is the longest chart that I got from this ticker. Okay, I would divide this into this first wave, second wave, third wave, and then this is the fourth wave in a way. You may say differently. This is, or you can make a pair of this. So this is the first wave and then correction, then a second wave and a correction, third wave and a correction, and a fourth wave. What you see here is little digression because of COVID. So this drop was not something had to happen. This is like emergency. This was detour, so to speak. And it was only for a month or so. And then it was back on track. So what we see here could have happened from here. So this drop, March drop, was a detour. Let me zoom in. So this is just a detour. What we saw here should have happened from, should have continued from here. See the timeline wise, this is a delay because of this emergency, global emergency, financial or cash crunch, I would say. And it happened with stock as well. So I would definitely focus on major cause like that, but not on every day. Why today it pumped? Why yesterday it dropped? Not like that. So I would focus on a macro factor like this one. Uh, Otherwise, it's not important why everyday price is moving up. There's always something, and that is not important. But that is not important when it is about a trend. And my focus is always trend. And more you will experience, more you will realize that it's all about trend. It's never about everyday's price action, right? So this is the fourth phase. Let me, yeah. So now I just added, if I put this drawing on, then it gives you that visual dissection of this wave. First wave steeper than a correction, and then second correction, third correction. And the wave is like this is the most steepest one, and then even the correction was quick and steep. And then you see, if you see, let me hide again, see the angle is like near 80%, 80 degree, and then you see the angle is little lesser than this one. Angle of this one is little lesser. And if you look at this angle, so what you're seeing here is the wave is getting longer and less steeper. It's flattening, right? So this is the most steepest one. And so angle of the wave is declining. You see, this is the angle, this is the angle, this is the angle. This is like less than 45 degree. Maybe this is me. If you draw, this is little over 44 degrees. And this is like around 40, sorry, mid, like 45 degree. If you draw a mid line, average line. And then now this is another one. Of course, this is a logarithmic scale. Otherwise, you won't be able to see this if it is Otherwise, yeah, you wouldn't figure out like this. It has to be on logarithmic scale. Anyway, so this phase had this correct this is the correction in between. To me, the bull trend we are saying March 20 because of COVID, but actually it started here, right? In February or January, you can say January 2019. So this was a quick move, and then an consolidation or mini bear market in a way. And then this should have gone up like what we saw here. This is just a detour. So you should ignore this, in my opinion. And then, so this is a continuation. So this particular wave for me, phase started here in month of January or February until now. And as part of that, this was the 6 month of bear trend and then uptrend and then a recent drop. Right now it is climbing up. We'll see in very short in few days it should be somewhere near the recent all-time high, and maybe it could spend little time over there and then continue going up. If it continues the way it is progressing in terms of angle of the wave, you can look at the technical analysis has so many aspects. I'm taking one aspect where we are focusing on angle of a wave. And if so, I'm purposefully hid all the drawings because then you will be able to visualize it. Maybe I'll turn on this one, but without drawing, I think it's better to look at once and then I'll turn on. So I believe that this is going to be like continuing in this angle towards 100K, for an example, in this angle, whatever time frame it comes. Maybe it will take uh, by end of this year or something like that. It will continue moving up like this around 80K by end of the year if the angle continues like this, right? And in 2022 we should see around 100K somewhere in 2022. So now you never know if the adoption from a big institution clients, or funds, or any country starts using Bitcoin, and if demand surges then it could change, but so far this has been an angle of this wave. So let me turn on this one, and maybe I should draw a curve like this, something like this, in from the middle, and zoom in. This is a potential trajectory where I just taken the average of this wave to show that how it is progressing. Like for example, if I had to show this one, I would have this kind of angle. Maybe I should take different color or something dominant, yellow, or maybe higher, thicker, but it's getting too cloudy. Sorry, clutter. Yeah, I'm not going to keep it, but just wanted to show you the angle of the wave. I think last one is not required because there was no previous correction, right? So see, this is how it moved up. This is how it moved up, and now this is more flattened comparatively. So I hope this makes sense, correct? And maybe this is the channel and this is the trajectory if I project. And this is just, it's not about, it's not about determining what price at what month. That's not the objective. This is just to get an idea that how for last 10 years or 11 years actually, how the price, how what is the structure of the wave, and try to understand what it might do in coming months. So this is just logical uh, analysis using some simple visual method. I would not even call it technical analysis in my point of view. This is like more like visual analysis to see how these waves are structured. And we just dissected this wave and then gave this, I mean, we highlighted the shape of this wave or angle of the wave. And that gives us this kind of a path. Right? And the path could be like this wave from here on could be steeper if there is a major demand. But so far we could say this is the trajectory, right? Yeah. So in 2022, I believe we will be under, like BTC would be under, not under, but in 6-digit number, and we'll have more clarity as and when it moves up. So far, this is how it looks like. So this is a big picture, a macro trend. Okay, let's go back to our weekly strum. And okay, so this is monthly again, without drawing. Monthly looks super strong, right? Today is 21st. So I mean, there's nothing wrong. This is absolutely stunning. This is what you would like to see, right? The I would not pay too much of attention of this 49K, 50K, even if it has to spend a day or two more. It may. I'm not saying it will, but I don't mind because the it is out of the wood. It is out of this major downside move, right? And now it is moving up and looking for higher high. So it's just matter of time. So monthly is super strong, flawless, ideal. Weekly, look at the weekly, right? So consistent. I mean, people try to. There's no need to be panic. There's no need to worry. Here I could understand, but after seeing all this, see back to back green candle, there's no reason to be. So any intra week movement should not affect anyone, in my opinion, right? Just need more patience. Alts are wild. Alts are alts would make a crazy move, and my one of my guidelines is, or best practices is, if you are dealing with a super fast moving coin, then invest lesser to avoid that pressure or burden. So that can be a way to deal with it. Anyway, so that's about money management and risk management, but let's come back to this one. So weekly is super strong. I mean, there's nothing to comment. I mean, you don't have to be even TA. If you open this weekly, and there's no doubt that it's heading up. So now this is a resistance, and so it's spending little time. So let's look at daily, right? We were able to find out this resistance and then interim resistance, and recently this support. I gave other deeper support. It didn't go there, so it's just a sign of strong um recovery wave, I would say. It's just that, I mean, it could have gone down up to this level. It didn't even touch this level. All these were support. I kept it ready, but it just stopped here. And this is so strong. It doesn't want to pause. It's restless. Now BTC is not a coin which would make a huge move, unlike also when I say it's unstoppable and all, it means to me this is the best version you could think of from BTC or Bitcoin. It's not going to give you 15%, 20% move in a day. Never. Not these days. Not seen that. And in future it will be lesser and lesser. See, as there are more and more participation participants, the volatility will go down. That's what happens. When the volume goes up, the participation goes up, then the volatility goes down. So in future, and that actually um, you can relate that with the previous topic that I touched base, or previous chart we saw, the macro chart on a monthly scale. Why wave is flattening, and you will see more flattening, I think, believe from volatility point of view. Um, only thing is because participation is going up, there are always people who will short and all, try to make profit and all, but the volatility in future is likely to go down, because that's what happens in traditional market, right? Okay, so this is daily. Now it's spending some time. Let's look at 1 hour. 1 hour shows how many attempts it made. 1 2 3 4, right? 5 6, and recently 7. This is too much. 8 actually. So 8 attempts so far, and now it says, okay, this is too much and trying to go down. Now pattern point of view, it looks like it is again make a likely to make a loop like this. We'll see. And maybe I could we can draw a line like this. And this is short term, by the way. Don't think that this is something major happening here at this moment. I'll highlight if there is something scary. Anything in between this, you don't have to be sensitive about this movement, right? Whether it goes from here or here, or it doesn't matter much. So this move is telling me, because there's 8 attempts in 1 day scale we saw. Now this is going down. That simply means that it wants to loop back like this. So in other words, this is likely to spend whole entire day today, and maybe tomorrow it will do something as far as this pattern is concerned, right? So last 2 hours of move tells me that today it's likely to be flattened, but that's not so important. Right, I'll just giving you this range, right? So within a day it should go up. So this move I was expecting it to go up and break up out at this level or this level, but now it's just a delay, right? So from looking at the shape, maybe it will take another 12 hours or 10 hours. If it comes down to this level and tries to break below, then it is still going to delay even further. So if it goes below, you can think from a delay point of view, not as from a threat point of view, right? And I'll highlight if there is any threat or any major risk. So don't worry about timing. Okay, just focus on the levels, price level. Timing is very hard to assess. Okay, for now, I would say, what is this level? Let me put a price, horizontal ray. Maybe 48200, yeah, round figure. Because if it goes below this, we'll see. Anything above 48200, 4800, 200, this is just a consolidation and a very short. And this is 1 hour. 1 hour is noisy, but I open 1 hour to show what it is doing inside. For example, let's go back in past. Look at this one. I'd shared this level, right? 47405 when it was here, and you see how many attempts it made, and it went down as well, but not below this layer. You see, so it took a few hours, several hours, and then ultimately broke above, right? And so it's doing something similar, but this is a little longer than this. That's it. But the behavior is same. What is important is the range is important. If this comes down to this level, then you can say, okay, this is something not that we wanted to see, right? So if it breaks below 46k 700 level, this level, right, then I think we have to pay close attention to see why and what it might do. uh, even this range is not going to hurt any us from any. I mean, there is no risk even if it comes down to this level. I'm just talking about scenario, right? It's about scenario, not a probability. I'm talking about this to just let you know that don't no need to be sensitive even if it comes down to this level. That's my point. If it comes down to this region, then we have to be watchful to see what it is trying to do actually, why it is coming down. This is far away from this level 44 45k, right? And a risk point of view, it would be risky only if it breaks below 42k. Then it could go down to 36 38k level, which is possible, but right now not probable, right? So this level is possible if it comes down to this level, right? So far, um, that's not the case, so we are not talking about that. So we have to think about the potential next move or potential next based on where it stands, what is the range it is supposed to maintain. And it's not about one price level, it has to be a range or a band, right? Anything between 46k and 49k, this range is not an issue. Anything between 43k and 46k, this region is something we have to watch closely. And then if it breaks below this, then we should be looking for this um, deeper level. Yeah, in that case, because then the structure would be something like this. no, it could eat up a few weeks in that case. You know, it could eat up a few weeks in that case. It will make this and then like this and then this. It will just maintain a right side of the left side, like a mirror image in that case, a kind of a mountain, and that way. So this is the peak, then it will come down here, make a move on the upside, then goes down, the upside, and then down again. This is just a scenario. As I said, this is far off, but when we talk about all the, when we talk about potential next moves, then we just talk about different scenarios. So weightage wise, we're looking for breakout on the upside like this, right? So this consolidation is on a breakout level, so we don't have to think about downside for now. Anyway, that was just for reference, just in case it does something silly, right? So it matters of a few hours, in my opinion. It should be able to break above. After it breaks above, let me zoom out. So I'll just remove this one. This is too low level in terms time scale wise. Let's go back to daily. Then I'll give you the next level for sure. Then it's I think around 58k level where it should go, and then another. So there is going to be resistance near 58k. I'll give you more precise number like I gave this one, and then before it breaks above this previous all-time high, it will take some time. So 58k, then 60 to 63k, these are going to be the next two stops, right? And then of course the all-time high, then it will create something like this. My bad, wrong drawing. It could come down, it could come down all the way maybe, but I'll draw just like this and spend some time. We don't know how much time it's going to spend here. It could do like something like that and then break above. Now, so, but in next month, it should be somewhere near all-time high. We don't know how much time it could, something like this. Right. So this is approximate projection for now. So the direction is up. That's more important at this moment. Once it breaks above this resistance, of course, otherwise it could, go down. And then, so maybe in that case, what will happen is you have to shift this one like this. So if it, let's say, goes down like here, then it will climb up, and then you will see, but this shape won't change. This won't change in my opinion. Only thing is this will shift. So if BTC goes down from here and spend more time below 49,350, just in case, then this will shift on the right by that many days. That's the only difference. Okay, there's no change to the outcome unless the worst it comes down to here, and which we're not talking about. But at this level, that's what, maybe I can keep this for now. I'll keep it. Okay, so that's BTC, and I'll end this session. I think we covered all the macro trend and weekly and all possible lowest level 1 hour as well. So that should cover all. Unless you have question, let me know. I'll end this session, end this recording here.